Hello, hello. This is the Maya Artifact episode number 3326. Today's date is 3rd of February 2020. Sorry, 2025. It's been almost like a night at 9:52 p.m. All right, we directly jump into the question. Let's go. All right, yeah. Okay, so question is, can creativity be cultivated or inherent? Okay, yeah. That's a really good question. Okay, what exactly is this question? Okay. By the way, this question is associate with the Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, associate means like that. Okay. So basically, a couple of days ago, I was actually watching Leonardo da Vinci show. Okay, the Demons of Leonardo. Okay, yeah, really amazing show, by the way. I was literally inspired by the thought process of how does Leonardo da Vinci was actually thinking, the thought process. By the way, if you don't really know about who is the Leonardo, like a Da Vinci Leonardo, the famous painting Mona Lisa is actually painted by the Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, yeah. And by the way, he is not just a painter; he was like a master of all those skills and everything. Already, yeah. If you don't really know, just go to the YouTube, search about who is the Leonardo da Vinci. Found out it's a really amazing person. Okay, yeah. By the way, I'm literally inspired by the thought process of Leonardo da Vinci. The way that they think, the way that he was thinking was like really incredible. So I wanted to think like him. So I just asked to the ChatGPT that suggest me such a question so that I would think like Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, and this is one of those questions. The question says that can creativity will be cultivated or inherit? Okay, what exactly is this thing? Cultivated or inherit? Cultivated means like that ki you actually kind of like a creativity is like a created from yourself, like basically created from yourself, and inherit means like that creativity is actually from your birth. Okay, yeah. So do you believe in that? Okay. Okay, it's a very tricky question. Okay, yeah, but it's not tricky, by the way. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna like try to understand this question so that, okay, yeah. So basically, this thing, I am a content creator. Yeah, I should say that I'm a content creator. I upload some of the content on YouTube and Instagram platform. By the way, my content is regarding about the photography, Photoshop, graphic designing. Okay, yeah. And usually I created content regarding about those stuff. All right, yeah. So basically, this creativity that I have, okay, by the way, like I'm not gonna say that, yeah, like I'm not earning any money from the content creation at this moment. I have almost like a 1,400 something subscriber. In Instagram I have 10,000 follower too. Okay, yes. uh, should I say to myself I'm a content creator? Like, I don't know. Yeah, but I create the content. Okay, I love the process of creating the content. So yeah, so I should say to myself that I am a content creator. Okay, by the way, I'm not really earning any money from it, but I should say that I am a content creator. All right, yeah. So basically is this thing that the creation of content is a kind of like a simply required a creativity. Okay, yeah. A creativity means like that you are creating something that is not exist in the real world. Okay, yeah, that is called creativity. Okay, yeah. So did this creativity that I have is actually since the beginning, like since I born it was with me, or like I like cultivate, or I kind of like inspired, or I just kind of like improve that thing, or I just like cultivate in myself. Okay, yeah, what exactly is this thing? There is a one thing for sure is that the things, the skills that I have, that I learn, I didn't really born with that skills. Nothing really at all. Okay. Like the way that I do editing, the way that I do Photoshop, the way that I do kind of like a thought process, things like that. I am not really able to do those things since the beginning. As also, like if you ask this question 5 year ago, I won't be able to create such a kind of like a assembly content, because I'm not really sure what exactly is this thing. Okay. Why? Because of that key, like like I don't know. Yeah, like basically, no one is actually learn from the beginning. No one is actually learn from the born. No one is actually learn from the no, it's not. Okay, yeah. Whatever the skills that you learn, or whatever the kind of like things that you learn is actually learned by yourself. You shouldn't supposed to be born with it. No, nothing really at all. Huh, but there is a some sort of kind of like a things that it gives you some sort of advantages, means like that some people are really smart. Okay, yeah. So they are meant to be smart from the beginning, like they are actually born from the smartness. Like I have one of my friend who is kind of like a very smart person. Okay, yeah. Like basically things I need to understand take me almost like a couple of hour. He take almost like a just couple of like a just half an hour, he just understand everything. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing that he might be like smartness is actually come from kind of like some sort of since the beginning of the born, probably. Okay, yeah. Because I experienced that thing, because I am not smart person. All right, yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is this thing: smartness could be kind of like a something born from like a create like from kind of like since you born. But how do you use that smartness is actually depend on you, and how do you use that smartness to improve your skills. That is kind of like a things that you cultivated, not inherit means like that ki you born with that particular skills. No, nothing really at all. Like Virat Kohli is a kind of like a simply one of the famous batsmen, one of the famous cricketer in the world. Okay, yeah. He's actually from India. He didn't really born as a kind of like a somebody creator. No, nothing really at all. As also his father is not like a, I don't know, yeah. Like basically, is this thing that he was not born with as a kind of like a somebody cricketer. Nothing really at all. He was literally passionate to playing this cricket, and that's it. Since he became really passionate, he just tried to play this game. He loved doing this thing, and right now he's like one of the biggest sportsmen as a cricket sportsman in the world. So this is what it is, na? Like basically I didn't really think that ki creativity is kind of like a something from inherit. No, nothing really at all. Yeah, the skills and the kind of like a something things that you do, you actually kind of like cultivate in yourself. Like yeah. Like this is what actually happened with me. From this is what I'm trying from my point of perspective, I should say that ki creativity is a kind of like a something cultivate from you. It's not should supposed to be inherit, probably. Okay, yeah. No one bonds with a kind of like a something that like as a footballer or as a kind of like a something cricketer. Nothing really at all. Yeah. Like basically during the life we kind of like learn all those skills. Okay, yeah. So what is actually like if the kind of like a creativity is not inherent, so what is kind of like a some scenario is kind of like a help you to be a kind of like a creativity cultivate inside of you, like what kind of like a some reason that might be kind of like a get creativity inside of you? What are those scenarios? Okay, yeah. Exposure of new experience. Okay, yeah, that is really good. Like, what is actually exposure? Like same example. Let's take a Virat Kohli. Okay, yeah. So what I'm saying is this thing: Virat Kohli didn't really born with as a cricketer, nothing really at all. Okay, yeah, he just loved playing cricket. That's it. Okay, yeah. But instead of that, basically, I went back in time, and I kind of something stopped Virat Kohli to playing cricket, and I shifted his mindset to the football. Okay, yeah. Like instead of cricket stadium, I took him to the football stadium. Okay, yeah. And now he was started playing football. So will be can Virat Kohli will be kind of like a simply footballer? No, nothing really at all. Why? Because it kind of like a something is this thing. It really required not only it really required not only just changing the direction, something like that. It's like I don't know how do I supposed to if I went back in time, and if I kind of shift his mindset to the instead of cricket, I kind of took him to the football club or football ground. So will that be person kind of became that particular footballer? Well, I'm not really sure, but there is a one thing I'm gonna say is that Virat Kohli will become some sort of sportsman. Okay, yeah, because he have that kind of a something mentality. Okay, yeah, he loved playing cricket. He was started playing cricket because he loves playing cricket. Okay, yeah, if he has that kind of a same interaction towards his football thing, then might be he will also become kind of only one of the best footballer because he is a really good sportsman person. Okay, he has a really good sportsman spirit. Okay, yeah, by might be he will not the reach the level of kind of somebody cricketer that he is right now, but he might become some sort of kind of something a player, a state player at football, probably, because he has that kind of some sportsmanship. But if I'm gonna say is that if he didn't really like that football thing, then might be he will not become that footballer. Okay, yeah, because passion is really required kind of a something cultivate inside of you to what you want to become. Okay, yeah, might be he is not resonate with the football, he's resonate with the cricket. So if I tried so much to kind of shift him to the cricket, he might he shifted to the football, he kind of ditched the football and he went to the cricket because his passion is kind of let him to play cricket, not football. So yeah, if I'm if I went back in time, and if I kind of shifted Virat Kohli's mind instead of cricket to the football, he might gonna do little bit some sort of football, but maybe he's not really that much passionate, then he kind of start playing cricket. Okay, yeah, because in the end, a person need to be passionate regarding about stuff. He's really passionate about the cricket, then yeah, he is kind of something like the cricket. Like how much I try, he will become some sort of cricketer. Okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is this thing: the exposure of kind of a things is really matter a lot. Okay, yeah. Like basically at the beginning, Virat Kohli's father or whoever the person who led him to the cricket, that kind of something exposure is kind of something big impact on his life. Okay, yeah. When he when he that Virat Kohli first time he was kind of hold the bat and started playing cricket, he realized how much enjoy that particular moment. Okay, yeah. When he feel that particular exposure, when he feel that particular experience of playing cricket, it's kind of something really incredible thing. It kind of engage a spark inside his mindset, and then he became kind of such a person that we are looking right now. So exposure is really essential. Okay, yeah. There is also another thing that I wanted to mention. Okay, yeah. Most of the a Bollywood actor, they have kind of some children. Okay, yeah. Amitabh Bachchan has a son, Abhishek Bachchan. Abhishek Bachchan is actor, right? Yeah. Basically there are so many people who has a kind of a something they are a next generation, like a Kapoor family. Okay, yeah, like a Raj Kapoor. There are so many Kapoor family are every generation are became something really actor. So why is actually happened, why everybody choose to be actor? It's because of that he basically is this thing. They since the beginning they didn't really born as actors in the beginning, no, nothing really at all, but they are kind of heavily exposed with this all those filmmaking things. Okay, yeah, like his father Raj Kapoor, and then like there are so many Kapoor families, are so many actors. So basically his entire families are always exposed with kind of like a Samtali filmmaking thing. So right now we seen as a Ranbir Kapoor is a kind of like a Samtali film star. Okay, yeah. So basically, is this thing exposure is kind of like a something really essential to cultivate some sort of creativity inside of you. Okay, yeah, get it. All right, yeah. Then curiosity. Wow, that's a really good question. Okay, yeah. Sometimes na creativity is also comes with like a cultivate like a sorry, creativity is also cultivated by the curiosity. Okay, what's a curiosity? A curiosity means like that want to know what exactly is this thing. Want to know is this thing that ki, what if I started doing this thing like basically like have you seen some of the people are really excited about some certain thing. Okay, yeah. And like basically and like they don't really have a kind of like some sort of opportunity to do that thing, but when they have that kind of like a some opportunity, they just kind of like something like fire that particular thing. Okay, yeah. um so what exactly is this thing like basically do I have that kind of like some curiosity regarding about the person that I wanted to become right now? Yeah, I have kind of like some sort of curiosity, but let me tell you one thing na ki usually I didn't really consider as my creativity is actually I didn't really consider myself I didn't really consider myself that my creativity is actually cultivated by the curiosity. Nothing really at all. Like basically, my creativity is a kind of like a something the experience, the mistakes that I did. Okay, yeah. And I like since the beginning, I know that I wanted to become a kind of like a something really the creative person. Okay, yeah. Like basically at the age of 17, I realized that I wanted to kind of like a create something. Okay, yeah. And since then it's kind of like a something stuck inside of me. Like I went to do a job and I'm really suck at doing a job. Okay, yeah. But I realize who I want, and I realize that ki, what kind of like a work that I'm kind of like a somebody love to do. Okay, what is kind of like a somebody really passionate regarding about stuff to do. Okay, yeah. So I shouldn't supposed to say that ki my creativity is actually cultivated by the curiosity. No, nothing really at all. My creativity is actually cultivated by kind of like a something that ki passion. Yeah, like basically I love doing the things that I wanted that I'm doing right now. So that's why it kind of like a something that passion is a kind of like a something help me to cultivate my creativity. But for most of the people, curiosity is also kind of like a things that cultivate their creativity. Okay, but I am not really sure how should I supposed to explain this thing. Okay, yeah, because yeah, sometimes like I haven't really found any kind of like a somebody person who has kind of like a somebody curiosity regarding about stuff, and right now he became like a one of that particular thing. Right now I don't really have that much information. I don't really have that much kind of like a somebody person. But also there is also one thing that I wanted to mention. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci is a kind of like a very curious person. Okay, regarding about he wants to know about things, how it works, and how the things is actually happened. He was kind of like a somebody draw the things inside our body, that how is inside our body look like, what is actually the skeleton, what exactly is this thing, what exactly is this that. So basically, is this thing that curiosity is kind of like a somebody make him to do something or draw something that kind of like a somebody crazy that no one kind of like a done it before. Okay, yeah. So I might gonna say that curiosity is a kind of like a somebody cultivate some sort of creativity. Well, not might, like I'm definitely gonna say, but it's just like that I haven't really resonate that much any kind of like a somebody person or any kind of like a somebody people. Okay, because like I seen most of the people are cultivate creativity inside their mind is because of their passion. Okay, curiosity is a probably is a kind of like a something regarding about something mission. Okay, like basically is this thing stepping out, like basically went to the moon is kind of like a something curious regarding about stuff. Okay, so went to the moon, going to the moon, or going to the Mars is a kind of like a called as a creativity. No, it's a kind of like a something curiosity. Okay, yeah. At that time we have as a human has a curiosity regarding about going to the Mars, going to the moon, going to the another planet. Okay, yeah. It doesn't really called as a kind of like a something creativity. Okay, yeah. It's a kind of like a something curiosity, and because of the curiosity we kind of like a something like a something like commission or some sort of missions went to the moon or went to the another planet. So yeah, I do get it now. So this is what it is probably. Okay, yeah. But at this moment, curiosity, I haven't really seen any kind of like a person who is literally creativity is actually cultivated by curiosity. Might be those people are actually existed, but I haven't really seen them. All right, yeah. Creative habits. Okay, yeah, that's a really good thing. Okay, yeah. Like basically activities like journaling, brainstorming, mapping, and enhancing creative thinking is a kind of like a something also help you to cultivate curiosity. Yeah, definitely. Taking risks and embracing failure, cross the disciplinary learning, consistent practice. Yeah, these are kind of like a something way so that you could cultivate some sort of creativity inside of you. All right. Yeah. Okay. Should I talk another question? Okay, let's talk another question. Okay, let's go. Okay. How does the human mind make sense of chaos in the world? How does the human mind make sense? Okay, at this moment I should supposed to be end here. Okay, I have so many stuff to do at the work. So this is it, and thank you.